The Charity Bus camera crew met with the Latkowski family in a quiet neighborhood on Long Island, where we learn why Dean, the head of the household, can no longer work due to a heart condition.
He said, Mr. Latkowski, they went in to try to stent it. They couldn't stent it because of where it was, and the artery was too brittle. They tried to open it up as much as they can without causing me a heart attack. And then we went back into the room. The doctor came in and I saw it on his face. He said, do you want the good news or you want the bad news? So I said, well, give me the bad news first. Well, the bad news is I can't do anything for you. You are not going to work. You can't work anymore physically. How am I going to provide for my family? How are we going to pay the bills? Not me working, because I'm not the type of guy to sit around and I just can't. It's not me to just sit around. I can't, I just couldn't picture myself doing any of this. Knowing that I couldn't work anymore, knowing that I couldn't, ride a bike or, go running or, stuff that is physical, I can't do.
Less than 3 years later, Denise gets bad news from her own doctor.
You have lesions in your brain. Did you have a stroke? No, never had a stroke. Well, Mrs. Latkowski, I think you have MS. And I'm like, what? So he pulled, new doctor. He was pulling all the things fast, different tests. So usually it takes you 6 months to a year to be diagnosed. But because he pulled in all favors, August of 2012, you have MS.
Struggling to pay the bills, the mortgage falls behind and the house falls into foreclosure.
Disability doesn't really cover the expenses.
His disability check didn't pay the mortgage.
Didn't pay the mortgage.
The mortgage was more than the disability money.
So we relied on her money to pay the rest of the mortgage and the other bills that we had.
I was working 2 jobs until last year. I had to have an emergency surgery, and so I lost my full-time, and now I'm working part-time, and I'm trying desperately to find full-time.
The sacrifices of the family have spread to their son Dominic.
I was picked to represent Team USA, and they wanted me to go across seas to Italy and play Italy's national team or Ireland's national team, and we just don't have the money for me to go, and it's just a sacrifice I have to make because we don't have it. My mom, she just does whatever she can to help us. She's working part-time right now, and it's really hard for her to find a full-time job. My dad can't work anymore because of his heart. It was just hard. I'm trying my best to find my own job right now so they don't have to keep giving me money for gas and what I want to do with my friends. So I'm trying my best to find my own job.
Right, I think he wanted to play for a scholarship so we wouldn't have the burden of college.
College, or paying for college.
When I go to college, I want to study business administration and business management. And I want to learn how to run a business. Right now, my parents are going on one car. The white one that's out in the driveway. My mom drives to work every morning and comes home at 3, 4 o'clock. He's stuck in the house all day because he can't go anywhere.
I have maybe a stack like this, co-payments that I can't afford to pay. I just don't have the extra money to pay it, and it just keeps on building up. I got my medicines that I gotta pay for. I take about 15 pills in the morning, and I take about 10 pills at night, just to keep going.
He needs a bottom bridge in his mouth.
My concerns are, as of right now, how I'm gonna put oil in the tank to heat the house.
The happy ending is for me to work as hard as I can to get money so I can support my parents again and my future family, my wife and my future kids.
What would our happy ending be?
To have a place to live that It's not
To have a roof over our heads and to have a halfway decent life where we don't have to struggle.
I feel like he does whatever he can to help make me happy. And I really appreciate that he tries his hardest.
It's just hard.